When was the moment you realized you'd finally made it? The moment I realized I finally made it came quietly. No celebration, no dramatic turning point, nothing Instagram-worthy. Just a simple Tuesday night in the same small apartment where I'd spent years wondering if any of my effort meant anything at all. I was 30, running a tiny business that had grown from a desperate side hustle into my full-time job. In the beginning, it was chaotic. Late nights, early mornings, working from my couch, taking whatever small tasks people were willing to pay for. Everyone else around me seemed to be hitting life milestones, promotions, engagements, moving into bigger apartments, and I was just trying to make enough to cover rent and taxes. I told myself it was temporary, but sometimes temporary feels endless. That evening I finally sat down to deal with emails I'd ignored all day. One of them stood out, a reply from a major client I'd pitched 2 weeks earlier. I had submitted the proposal with zero expectations. Honestly, I treated it more like practice than a real opportunity. Big companies don't pick people who run businesses out of their living rooms, right? I clicked the email, already preparing myself for the polite rejection. But the first line hit me like a jolt. "We'd like to proceed with your proposal." I blinked, read it again, and again. Then scrolled down, searching for the catch, the however or unfortunately. There wasn't one. They chose me. I closed the laptop and leaned back, staring at the ceiling. No shouting, no jumping, no calling everyone I knew. It wasn't that kind of moment. Instead, a strange calmness settled in, a quiet, heavy wave moving through my whole body. I hadn't felt anything like it in years. It wasn't excitement, it was relief. Relief that the years of grinding, stress, rejected proposals, tiny invoices, and living on coffee and doubt had not been for nothing. Relief that I didn't have to wonder anymore if I was delusional for trying to build something on my own. Relief that someone, a real client with real expectations, believed in the work I was doing. I went to the kitchen, made a cup of tea, and stood there in the dim light, letting everything sink in. I think I stood like that for a long time, not moving, just breathing. For the first time, the future didn't feel like a threat. It felt open. And in that quiet kitchen, with tired eyes and warm tea in my hands, one clear thought crossed my mind. I'm not trying to make it anymore. I already did. It wasn't the money, or the status, or the contract that mattered. It was that feeling, that shift inside me, when I finally saw myself not as someone struggling to build something, but as someone who had built it.